What's up, doers? Welcome back to another episode of the ASK SIS podcast. If you guys are new here, what?
Hitting my head.
That's another task of us to bring it up. But anyway, I'm Kiara. This is your first time.
Oh, sorry. And I'm Janelle, the other sister.
Oh yeah, we're sisters. This is called the ASK SIS podcast. We're a fun time.
And we're sisters.
We may not look alike, but we are. But same mom and dad.
Welcome back to ASK SIS. We are in week 3 of January. We're super excited.
I can't believe it's like
journey.
The
January
third week.
Is basically over.
It's crazy because like I feel like we still have time, but it went by fast. Like I don't know. Like my days are like not blurred together, but they are blurred together. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been usually January takes forever, but now it's like really fast. Like already the first one of the year's almost already over.
I know it's Aquarius season. Hey, it's my birthday. It's almost my birthday month. I'm not gonna tell you my age because I'm like old AF.
Yeah.
But I do have an announcement.
She's getting up there. She has the family cup.
Can I announce it myself? I was gonna do a whole thing. Now it's like, yes, it's the family cup. As you guys remember our episode talking about the Stanley's cup, I found a cuter one because there's no Stanley cups in Pretty Yellow, and I'm excited.
Ew, I would have turned that off.
No. They love us.
But yeah, so Kara did get a cheaper version of the Stanley Cup,
cute.
which is the exact same thing. And yellow.
I do want to say, I don't know if it's my car. My car might be the issue. It doesn't fit in my car holder.
What did I tell you? And what do they tell you? Now you have to buy cup holders to fit your cup.
I mean, everyone I've seen it does. It might just be my car because my car's
old
2015 in the standard version. So.
Not the deluxe.
No. But yeah, I got a cup, and I might be getting a Stanley Cup for Christmas or birthday.
Your birthday.
I don't know. What are you gonna get me?
Not the Stanley Cup.
Oh. I mean, it wasn't on my list. I didn't think I put it on there.
I'll keep to the list.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so welcome to today's episode. So we are going to be talking about obviously one of someone's. Usually on everybody's New Year's resolution list. If you aren't already,
the way I'm today, I feel like I'm about to jump you.
I know. Relax. You look so tense.
I'm tense.
Because you feel rushed.
I do feel rushed because a lot of stuff happened before this.
We have a lot of things happen, and we have a lot of things to do after this. We're trying to get through.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna reel it in.
So yeah,
let's not do a long intro.
Anyways, so today's episode is gonna be all about health and your health journey and how to be healthy and get healthy. Okay.
Ways that can help.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Kara, let me.
I know it's your. I'm sorry. You're right. You're doing the episode today.
She said. Anyways, but no. Okay, so I feel like that's normally part of everybody's resolution.
The balls keep hitting your head.
That's because I keep going sideways. But so you said the balls keep hitting your head. How old are you?
I don't want to talk about it.
So anyways, again, for the 5th time, I feel like that's everybody's resolution or some sort of resolution, unless you are already a super healthy person, which to be honest, I feel like the average population, about 25% is heavy, healthy and active. And then I feel like maybe about half is like genuinely healthy. And then I feel like a lot of Americans are not healthy.
Yeah. Because she's a doctor, she said.
Yes. And this is the right statistics. But I want to preface before I say anything that I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor.
Lord knows I'm not.
Or a biologist or a scientist. But
these are our personal opinions.
But I was an athlete my entire life. So I did have a lot. Well,
I was an athlete,
a serious athlete my entire life. And through college,
I had potential.
You know, so I have been around a lot of nutritionists and trainers and things like that. However, training to be an athlete is a different kind of training than to be healthy. So they're two different things. Let's get that very clear.
100%.
And training to be an athlete is miserable. And I hated working out so much because of it.
You have to really love what you're doing.
Exactly. To really want to keep running all those extra miles and heavy weight. However, I will say the most important thing about health in general is you need to know your own body.
And your mindset.
You need to know your genetics. And what goes through your family, because what works for you might not work for the next person. And a lot of genetics and genes and your bloodline has so much to do with health and your body type that people don't understand and don't see. And I feel like that's the number one thing to know, that you are not going to be like everybody else. You don't have to listen to a certain person to be a certain way because your body's different.
Yeah, I like that because I had being, the heavyweightiest person of the fam.
That's not political, not politically. What's the word?
Grammatically correct.
Heavyweightiest.
What I was, y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever. Being the heaviest of the family. I had to really put that in my mind. Like my body, like it took a little bit for me to realize like all of our bodies are different. What works for me, what works for mom, what works for y'all, like it's so different. And once I finally figured that out, it's like it clicked. You know what I mean? Because for a little bit, like I said, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try what they say. I'm gonna try what they say. And like
I do say that there is a generic way to do things, but the generic way to do things, and then the how you do them is what changes body to body, if that makes sense. Like we all know to eat healthy. That's a generic thing.
Yeah.
We all know to work out. You know what I mean? But how you do those things.
Yeah. What I've learned on my own, because like I said, I was working out pretty well. I realized like my gut health is really, really bad. And like I was like it's actually great that we're talking about this week, because I actually just bought L-glutamine, like to really help with my gut health. Because like I mean, I haven't been diagnosed with this because I haven't gone to the doctor in like 20 years. But I think I do have like some form of like a PCOS. Like I don't have it fully, I feel, because like I've never been diagnosed with it. But then again, I don't know if it like comes. I don't know. You know what I mean? I need to go to the doctor to really like. I have a real problem with self-diagnosing myself. Like I feel like I'm a hypochondriac on everything, which I'm working on. It's a thing I'm working on. Like I don't have everything in the world, but I know for a fact like my gut health has been really, really bad. Like working on it, I really need to do with it. So I did purchase L-glutamine because I've heard a lot of good things for it. I don't know what it does. I probably should do research. I just know it helps. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Number 2, I will say.
Let me say my piece.
It's most definitely, like Kara said, how she didn't go to the doctor. Go to your doctor.
Yes.
Because.
Go to the doctor. Sorry.
No, continue.
I was just gonna say,
you haven't been in 20 years, so what do you have to say about going to the doctor?
No, as a person who hasn't gone in 20 years, I'm telling you to go, especially like kids. If you're still on your parents' insurance, go. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know health insurance is a big play of why people don't go. It was a big play why I haven't gone in a long time, and that's my own issue, but we don't have to talk about Kira's mistakes.
Yeah, so I do want to say, if you can, go to the doctor, because I don't want to say everybody can afford.
And go to your gyno. It has nothing to do with health, but like go to the gynecologist.
Finish a sentence?
I'm sorry.
Are we talking about vaginal health right now?
It's about health in general.
I know, but can I finish talking?
Sorry, go ahead.
Next, go to your chiropractor.
And your dentist. On this podcast, you're actually never mind.
That was a mess.
It's fine. If they don't know.
Point. No, but anyways, if you are able to go to your doctor, because I do understand a lot of people can't afford to go to the doctor or go to the doctor frequently, or go to a specialty doctor, which unfortunately sometimes you do have to do that. But I understand it that having those funds is a luxury. It's not something that everybody has, which is so sad that health insurance in general.
That's a different ish.
Yeah,
for a different day.
Able to be for everybody, but go to your doctor for sure, because it might be a deeper problem why you can't lose weight, why you can't gain weight. Yeah. Because it's all about losing weight. It's about gaining weight too.
It's about being healthy.
Exactly. So it's like you might have a deeper issue that you need to actually fix with medication, or stop eating a certain food that your body might not be taking well, but you just never knew because it's all you've ever done. So definitely, if you are able to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. If it's like a specialty like dermatology, a lot of insurances don't cover that, which is really insane. Since your skin is literally on your body. But yeah, I would definitely say that is number 2. The second most important thing when it comes to fixing your health is first go to the doctor to know what you need to fix. You can't just say I'm bloated, take all this bloating medication, then nothing's wrong.
Then it's like low key, it's because you have leaky gut or something.
Yeah, or your kidneys might be affecting something. You're taking all this medicine for your stomach, and just like it's causing worse things in your body. So
yeah, definitely.
I feel like on your health journey, definitely go to the doctor, get your annual checkup, and kind of maybe explain your health concerns, and then they can go deeper into it.
Yeah, I do also another thing for your health journey is just like create a routine, whatever that is. Like you don't have to be 6 a.m. like if that works for your schedule, then that's great. I'm trying to do that because like you do get more time in the day to like do a lot of stuff in the morning. But create a schedule. Like even it doesn't have to be like I said, 6 a.m., 10 a.m. Like even if it's like small, start small. Like for this today, I'm gonna write in my journal for a little bit. Like try to create a routine, whatever that might be. And I do find that works best for me when I'm actually creating a routine. Like some people get bored.
Don't force it. I will say if you try to force a routine into your life, it takes the fun out of being organized, and it also takes the fun out of doing this naturally, because if you're forced to do it, and I understand you have to kind of in the beginning force yourself to do things so it becomes a habit, but if it's not working for you, I say just change up your routine, change how you're doing start little. It, because then if you continue to do it like really heavy, then like Kara said, it's going to get boring and you're not going to do it anymore. But yeah, I definitely agree, getting a routine down for what your goals are. So I think you need to figure out your goals first and then figure out your routine, how to get those goals. Yeah. Because Kara, sometimes a lot of people aren't able to do
the same things over and over.
Yeah, or eat the same meals, or
like, I feel like go to the same places. You're kind of like that a little bit.
I'd rather do the hard work first and say, like with me personally, with my meals and your calorie intake and things like that. Once I get something down where I know this meal is 400 calories, I'll eat the same meal every day. Yeah. I don't care, as long as it tastes good. Because I don't want to keep having to research meals that are 400 calories. That's more annoying to me, is constantly trying to find new things. But I could do a strict routine and I could stick to it and I don't have to change things up a bit. But however, I do feel with any kinds of health journey, you need to find things that make you happy and fun, that are within your goals. Do you know what I mean? Because some people don't like to run or to walk. So it's like, or like, I'll do the stairs, or I'll go for a hike. Like whatever makes you
you do have to find that joy in whatever it is. You know, if it's like I said, you said going with friends. Like I'm a real like communal person. Like I mean, I can do it by myself, but I like, for me personally, if it's like a group class, you know, a friend doing with me, like I thrive off of people's like fun, like off each other. So like for me, like my joy is like going to, like I said, Orange Theory, being in a camaraderie, being with people, like trying to do better. But some people are lone wolf. Some people like to go by themselves and do their, I think you're kind of like, you like group classes, but you prefer to do by yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather be by myself.
Like me, and like I said, I'm the one that's like, hey.
I'm like, I'm again the person like, don't talk to me. I'm on the treadmill. Why are you having a conversation with me?
Yeah, definitely find the joy in it, whether it's like, you know,
a dance class, or you know, or even not even just physical health, some things that are mentally healthy for you. Like if it's social media is really toxic for you, get off of social media, set a timer, and you have to be disciplined first and foremost.
That was the next thing, was like, to do any of this, you have to, and discipline is a lot harder to do than, you know, it's obviously easier said than done. Because I'm not a disciplined person. Like
we know.
I know. I'm sure they know now. Like I need that's my issue. Let me get into like therapy session. Like my issue is like I need to be disciplined, and I just don't. Maybe if there's a therapist listening, like come on and let me know what my problem is.
That you need to have discipline in any aspect of your life if you want to see a change. It doesn't have to be just in health. It could literally be in a relationship. It could be with your work. It could be anything. Discipline is such a huge quality that a lot of people do not have, or are able to stay disciplined, because it's easy to do it in the beginning when you're motivated and you buy all new equipment, you buy your new supplements.
How do you think you can? For your personal one, how do you think you can become disciplined? Like what would you recommend doing?
I'm so glad that you asked me.
I was waiting for my whole life.
Just kidding. Personally, okay,
because I always like to know from you, because like I said, you know, I'm an extremist. Like I will buy everything.
You are. But that sometimes works for people. To
kind of, it worked for me.
Yeah, but you know, it gets you.
Don't agree.
It gets you started. It does. Again, you don't know how to finish things.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not a closer.
That's why. Oh my god, I'm not a closer. I don't close anything. Oh my god, you know, did we just have a breakthrough on the podcast?
Close the changes of my life.
No close. But I have so many tabs open and they don't close.
Exactly. That's a good way. Mental tabs open.
Yeah, I have so many mental tabs open. There's still some from like 2014. Like some seem needed.
All right. Those need to be shut down.
I know. Software update down.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Good. To be disciplined.
I swear, every time on this podcast, I feel like I learn more and more about myself.
Well, that's a good thing. I hope people out there are learning about themselves as well.
Yeah.
Okay. To be disciplined, again, I am no way, shape, or form a licensed therapist or licensed.
We really want to put that out there. We have no MD, no whatever.
I'm not
DC,
licensed in anything.
DDS.
I have certifications in IT work. That I am certified and qualified to talk about.
I'm a certified best sister.
But I would definitely say to be disciplined. It sounds so cliche, and basic. And I feel like a lot of things are cliche and basic
I was about to say
because they're
some
the
things are
truth.
just are. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
said.
It's just the truth. And what it is definitely like remember your why. And I feel like a lot of people don't remember why am I starting to be healthy. It's because I can't even run after my son anymore because I'm out of breath. My body hurts. Like, why am I still waking up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym? Why am I remembering to take these medications? And, you know, honestly, just to survive in your 50s and 60s without having to take loads of medicine every day is a luxury that people don't do when they're young because they want to live this lifestyle of not being healthy. Because they're all, I'm in my 20s, I can bounce back. But everybody, obviously, it affects you. Like our parents who ate so poorly, you know, back when they were younger, are now taking all these medications to survive. And you don't want to have to do that.
I do want to let you know, like, because it's happening to me now. Like, oh, I have time in my 20s. Time goes like, I get all sad.
Please stop.
I'm sad.
I hate when people do that.
I'm sad. No, you know, time. You got to do it when you're young because like time comes by so quickly, and before you know it, you're almost 30, and your metabolism's slower than you were before. Like again, you do have fun in your 20s, but like it's I like how nowadays like health is a big thing because like you can like there's so many options now for when I was in my 20s. I was still in my 20s, but you know what I mean? Like Trader Joe's is like a thing. Like eating healthy, so like talked about now
and aesthetic.
You know what I mean? Which if that's what you want to do, like as long as you're eating healthy,
I agree. If you want to just do the things for aesthetic and it helps you, then do them for aesthetic. However, I will say there's
a
quote I heard that really helped me change my view on discipline.
Ooh, please tell.
I don't know the quote.
Oh, okay. Don't tell.
I don't know it verbatim.
Hold on. I was paraphrasing her quote.
I'm paraphrasing. I forgot how, but it went some sort of the lines of deal with the pain of discipline before you deal with the pain of regret or something like that. Okay. I forgot how it goes.
Okay.
And that just spoke to me.
It touched your heart.
It really did. Cause I was like, you know what? Being disciplined is so painful, but I'd rather go through it to the point where it doesn't become discipline. Now it's your everyday lifestyle. Than regretting and being in pain, regretting my life when I'm older and my future.
I like that.
It's like I'd rather be in pain right now, so I'm not in pain in the future. And I feel like a lot of people
grind now.
Yeah, it sounds so basic. Do it now, so you don't have to worry about it later. But when it does come to discipline, like again, if you just do it long enough, it won't be like, oh, now I'm being disciplined. Now it's my lifestyle. I know I don't do this. I know I take my meds. I know I check, make sure I go to the doctor. You know, you do all the steps to where you were quote unquote disciplining yourself, but now it's your lifestyle. It's not so hard anymore. Yeah,
I know we always talk on this podcast, like, and like people right now, like faking it till you make it, throw into the universe. I'm the lucky person. Like, all that's good, but you still have to put in a little work. Like I feel like a lot of people say like, oh, I'm gonna manifest this, and just that they stop there. Like they're just gonna hope the universe falls, which sometimes it does.
Yeah,
but I do think like you have to work a little bit with the universe. I feel like the universe is like picking and choosing who it wants to help. It's like, okay, that person's just talking, but that person's actually like getting up.
I totally agree. You know what I mean? And it's also kind of like the universe is kind of throwing you a bone, and you kind of have to put in the work, and then they'll catch it.
And then they'll like bloom it for you. Like, you know, you gotta
plant the seed, and then they'll go ahead and they'll do. They're
gonna water it and everything. Yeah. Oh my god.
Or not there. Whoever you believe in.
Oh, it's Carissa. She's FaceTiming us.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were a little behind.
We're a little behind.
Because we had to charge the batteries. Hey, Chris.
Go back to your own shirt. Leave it here.
Okay, yes. Okay, so then I would also say another thing about your health journey is once you find everything that makes you happy, like how you're doing it, I would definitely say to not go so hard on yourself if you mess up.
No, sorry. I was literally about to say that because like I saw this thing, or I don't know who he was actually, where like, you know, where like you're doing well and then like you have a cookie or you do eat McDonald's that one day. Like that one thing isn't going to mess up your whole thing as long as you're not continue to do it.
Right.
I mean, like, that's what I had to learn like when I was like really working out, and like, you know, I was really craving those fries that day. So I got the fries and I like beat myself up for the rest of the day. It's like, no, girl, like you're fine. Should we get into Let's Ask Sis?
Yeah, go ahead and ask the question for this week's Let's
The one that just came in, like the big one? Sure. Okay. So on this week's episode of Let's Ask Sis, we got it like kind of like a little dilemma, and let's see if we can help a fellow girly out. Or guy. Well, I'm assuming, I don't know. We're not going to touch. So this guy I've been dating for 5 months has been nothing but perfect. But for some reason, I have this gut feeling that something is off. So like the psycho I am, I had my friend look him up and saw that he was living with his girlfriend, and they just celebrated a year. Do I tell her? If so, if I do, if so, how so? Okay. So, interesting question, because it's like, do you tell her? Do you confront him? Like, you've only been dating for 5 months. I feel like that's enough to cut it off. But now I feel like, do you feel like, how would you feel if a girl you don't know came in, DM'd you, like, you know what I mean? It was like, hey, is this your boyfriend? Like, what would you say? Like, what would go through your mind? Like, you know?
I mean, personally, obviously, I think
because you've been dating him for a year,
you should appreciate it, so you don't look dumb anymore. I wouldn't say look dumb, because it's not your fault. Yeah. But I would definitely say if you care and want to be a good person, but I also feel like, karma. So you don't want to obviously stop talking to him immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should definitely cut it off with him.
It's 5 months.
It's like, 5 months. Like,
that shouldn't be that serious. 5 months. But so enough to where you're like, oh, like I should try. No, first of all, you want to be with somebody like that anyways, because what he's doing to her, he would do it to you next.
Exactly.
Is number one. Actually, I was just about to say,
do you believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
No, I was about to say,
I don't believe
that's
that.
not the truth. But however, he's capable of doing it.
Yes,
and number two, that's just a bad person in general. Even if they don't do anything to you, I feel like that's just a bad person in general.
Like a trait. Like,
it's a bad trait.
It might not be him like cheating on you, but it could be him lying.
Again, not saying that cheaters are bad people, so let's not say that. However, like, for him to just do that in general is kind of not okay. But again, that is just something like I wouldn't want to start a relationship with him cheating on another girl with me, because I feel like that's just bad karma and bad juju in general. However, if you do want to be a good person, again, like I said, what goes around comes around. I'm sure you would want to know now how she takes it. If she's rude to you or does XYZ, that's not your problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anything's wrong with letting a girl know to help out a fellow girly. And if you have photos, like, hey, first start off, like, how do you start it off? Be like, hey, I know you don't know me, but is this your boyfriend? If so, we've been dating for the past 5 years.
Because they could have an open relationship for all you know.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be like, you know what I mean? Because you want to at least ask her, like, hey, you're all together. And she goes, oh yeah, we have a relationship. Then it's like, okay, then it's fine.
And then what she does with the information you've given her, that's on her. You have, but I do, like you just said, leave the guy. Like, don't stick with it. Like, give her the information. Tell her this is what's going on, and
because you're a homewrecker.
Is it? But if she didn't know, is she a homewrecker?
If you stayed,
okay. I was like, if you didn't know, you're not really. You're just as damned as other girls.
If you stayed, let me reiterate. If you stay, then you are a homewrecker.
Yes.
If you stay, now that you know and you didn't tell her, you are now a homewrecker.
Now you're involving yourself that you didn't need to be involved in. And obviously,
and to be honest, I hope all homewreckers get their home wrecked. Because what makes you think that what you're doing is okay? Not saying she or he. We don't know.
What about me?
What?
I'm just kidding. don't worry about that. You're right, what you heard.
But yeah, no, I hope every homewrecker gets their home wrecked.
If they know about it.
If that's what a homewrecker is, you know about it.
Oh, okay.
If you're not, then you're just a victim.
Like, I wasn't wrecking. The door was open. No, there was a screen. There was a screen door.
Yeah, there was. I hate when people say that. No, the door's never open if she is unaware. And I understand that sometimes people make mistakes, and that's okay, but it's not. If you do it more than once, it's not a mistake. It's a choice. And that's why I feel
I don't get, I want to be with the married man. Like, why do you want to be the other woman? Like, why do you want to be second choice?
But it's because you get everything you want without having to deal with the situation, like a relationship. I get that part,
but like, just go date casually.
But I say message her, especially if you don't know her. Like, what is she gonna do? Just block you and never speak to her or him again? Hopefully,
but you need to let him go. Like, all this isn't gonna. You're obviously writing in because you don't know.
Well, first of all, you need to ask him. Like, why are you celebrating a 1 year anniversary?
Tell them both. With me? Tell her and tell him.
Put them in a group message. Switch it up.
DM
a group message and see what happens. That's a good idea. I think I would do that. Next time I'm gonna do that. Put him in a group message and be like, y'all fight, what happened? And I'm just kidding. But like, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like ask him what the hell. Because what if they are an open relationship and you just ended it with someone, like you could now be in a relationship, if you're even into that. But they could be open relationship. They could be, like yeah, we have our own things on the side, but we're together. Because
That's crazy though.
Every relationship is different. So like, you don't want to judge,
especially nowadays.
Right. So
Things
I
like
would just say,
brothels,
ask him what's
croppers.
up, see what his lie is. If he says, oh, we're not together, be like, wait, I'll just celebrate 1 year. What's that about? And if he has some other lie and explaining it, then he's clearly lying, and tell her.
Yeah, but you should be blunt about it. Be like, hey, so who the fuck this bitch? Just kidding.
No, definitely just ask. Just don't call her a bitch, because you're the other woman, technically.
Yeah.
So
I was just kidding.
To make that very clear, I was
just kidding.
But yeah, definitely tell her. Ask him what's going on, and then tell her. I feel like you should. I don't think that's overstepping boundaries.
Nope.
I don't think that's
helping a fellow girl.
not minding your business. I feel like that's just doing the right thing, and something will
And if
happen
she
to
says
you.
we're together and he's telling you you're not, like, again, you need to leave this guy alone. Like, that's not just a cheat. Like, there's could be other stuff that are gonna start
and
snowballing.
if she starts to attack you for some reason, just block. It's
like,
not then it becomes not your business anymore. But if she's asking you questions like, hey, when did you guys start dating? Have you done blah blah? Like, I say give her all the truth information in the nicest way possible, because she's obviously going to be hurting and vulnerable. You don't want to be a bitch, because if you're a bitch about it, then karma's going to get you too. So I just say be honest.
Is my boyfriend.
Yeah, I say just be honest and tell her and talk to him, and then go from there.
That was great advice, sis.
Thank you.
And keep us
That
updated.
was very long advice.
We can cut it.
Because we started talking about it was a screen. No, so there's already somebody home.
But no, let us know. I would love to know an update and see if maybe this is a good timing. Maybe you need to.
Let us know what happens.
I would love to know. And if you guys, anyone else wants to, give us some tea like that, some advice, ask for advice, want to just let us know what's going on with you. We always have Let's Ask Sis. It's an anonymous question. It's always in the highlights. I'm sorry for not posting it this week. I will post it again next week. And then like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, and leave a 5-star review, because if it's anything less, I know you're lying.
We'll come back with not a better episode, a more organized episode.
But anyways, to wrap everything up, we just hope that everybody is healthy and working on their health. It looks different on everyone, and take baby steps. The DU sisters are so proud of you for starting this new health journey in your life. And most importantly, always remember to do you, sis.